everyone. How do I follow those performances of my amazing young people? Welcome to Sir Thomas Boteler Church of England High School. My name is Mrs. Beverly Scott-Herron, and it is an absolute privilege to be head teacher of this school. You might see some people on the stage. It's very important. I have a student leadership body that help me run the school, and we have Aaron, who is head boy, and Hannah, who is deputy head girl, who have been helping out tonight. I just think it's really important that they are recognised. You have big decisions to make, lovely young people in front of me. Tonight is probably just one of a myriad of open evenings that you go to. Parents and carers, the person who is with you is one of the most precious things in your life, and this decision that they're going to make about high schools is a very big decision, and it's not one that should be taken lightly. It's a pleasure to present our school. However, the choice is that it is a choice, and that's why you need to gather all the information about our schools and all the other fantastic schools in Warrington, because it has to be the right decision for your child, that they are happy, that they are safe, and that they enjoy school most of the time. Okay, high expectations, high aspirations, high standards, you will succeed. When I took over 5 years ago, I remember before I ever did my very first assembly that I really wanted to make my mark at the school and with my young people, and something that they could remember and take with them for the rest of their lives, not something small. And this is something that I brought into the school. And when I do assemblies, you know, the students all roll their eyes when I say this all the time, and the staff equally say, oh, she's on about high expectations, high aspirations, high standards, you will succeed. That is because what we stand for as a school, and I absolutely 100% believe it. In terms of expectations of all the young people, of you in front of me this evening, I have the highest expectations for you if you decide to come here. You are amazing young people, I am sure, with many talents. And those talents need absolutely fostered to make sure that you have those brilliant expectations of yourself. High aspirations, yes, it's really, really important. If you sit in there now and you have those dreams, those goals and ambitions, well, I want to say to you, yes, you are able to realise those dreams and ambitions at our school. I remember one young man that I had to take to a Duke of Edinburgh event with me in the car, and I had a whole load of students, and I was saying to him, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, I want to be a rugby player. I said, okay. I said, do you play rugby? That's quite an important aspect. He said, yes, I do. I said, are you good? He said, yes, I think so. And I said to him, what do you mean you think so? He said, well, I think I'm quite good. I said, well, you have to get rid of that mantra now that you think you are quite good. You are good. I've seen you on the pitch. I've watched you play, and you are a talent. He's now just signed his contract for the under-19s Warrington Wolves. So that's what I'm talking about aspirations. High standards. I speak to any of the students. I'm a massive stickler for standards, because I am proud of my school and my students in the community. I hope some of you have met some of the ambassadors taking you around tonight, and I'm sure you will agree. I'm very proud of those young people, and they're very, very proud to come to this school. If you have all three of those when you come here, you will succeed. However, success looks different for every single child in this room. It won't be the same, and that's important, and that should be fostered. We are a Church of England high school, and through God we care about each and every one of our children. Care in the tough love kind of care sense as well. We challenge them, we push them, we look after them, we care for them, and we've got time for them, each and every one of our children. Christian values of hope, compassion and endurance were chosen by the school community, not by me. They said they best represent who we are as a school. We always have eternal hope that we are going to be the best that we can be, that we are hopeful of the future. Compassion, one of our biggest selling points, I think, and that we are particularly good at as a school, are relationships, and that's the relationships that I'm privileged to have with my young people, the staff have with them, and the relationships that they have with each other. So we do show compassion, we do understand our young people, we've got time for them. The best part of my day is I do lunch duty every single day, and I do that because it means I see the majority of my children every day. No matter how busy I am, no matter what I've got to do, I down tools at 1:20 and I'm out there with the children. Because as head teacher, if I don't model those relationships, then what's everybody else got to build on? Endurance. The world of education is always changing. I have an amazing staff who work incredibly hard for our young people. We never ever give up on any child. We never give up believing that we can make that difference with that young person. I always say to the students, I am the good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. And all I mean by that is, you have to, as parents and carers, put your trust in a school, put your trust in me, that I and my staff will go over and above for your young person, because that's what you would want as a parent, and that's what I would want as a parent. And because you put that faith and trust in me, I have to ensure to you that there's nothing I won't do for your child within my power. Really, really big promise, but that's something that I live by, and I tell my students that if they need me or they need my help, in the holistic sense of all my staff, we will do that. I do lead with honesty, I lead with transparency, I'm always honest with the people, parents, carers, I tell you it as it is, because I think that's the way to lead school, and I have the utmost integrity. And I think that's really important. For me, every single child in this school matters, and they matter in lots and lots of different ways. We as a school, I always say we're about changing lives. Doctors save lives, educators change lives. We have such a responsibility that we take really, really seriously. And what I would like the students to leave with is a toolkit. Okay, a bottler toolkit that they will survive, not only survive, thrive in life, but we want to give them that extra secret compartment, that bit that allows them to go beyond in that competitive world. And we do that through the relationships that we still have with many students to this day. For me, it's about the education of the whole child, the holistic education. Yes, of course, results are important, and you'll want to hear about those, so I'll come on to those in a minute. But it is about the whole child, the nurture, the love, the care that we can give your child, which will allow them to flourish, which will then allow them to absolutely succeed. We know our children, we care about our children. It doesn't matter whether you have a faith base or not, because we are a Christian school with Christian values. We are tolerant and accept everybody for who they are. That's what makes us very special. Whatever level or whatever ability, whether you're highly academic, whether you're more middle of the road and you need a blend in terms of your curriculum, or whether you've got you need more nurture or more care, or whether you're SEN, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you're all my children, okay? And we will help you and make sure that you flourish at whatever you do. We do have a really, really broad and balanced curriculum. That's what you're studying. So for highly academic, there's highly academic paths. For the ones who want a blend of GCSEs and vocational, we can do that. If you want a more vocational route, and we look at different options for you, working with businesses, we also do that. Our options process is a nightmare, because I say we can't have option blocks. And what that means is you don't have to choose in blocks, you get free rein. So my senior team aren't very happy at that, because it makes timetabling scheduling a nightmare, and I say the child comes first. So there's no argument on that one. So it is really important that you don't worry, that we are about everybody, and every child matters. For us, we are the Bottler family. That might sound a little cheesy or a little cliche, but it absolutely isn't. We are a family. We operate as a family, and we treat each other with the utmost respect. That family starts with the primary schools that we work with, and the other schools, year 5 and year 6, allowing them to come on summer camps, holiday camps, transition days, transition workshops, taster sessions, so they get a flavour of high school right from the very start. If they aren't coming to us, it doesn't matter. It's about working with children across Warrington to give them the best knowledge before they go to high school. We are an extremely tight-knit community. We call ourselves family, the students call themselves family. There's tough love in the family, there's fallouts in the family. We get on well most of the time, but that's how we operate. We are non-judgmental to each other or who we are. We as a school, I think it's been very difficult in terms of judgments made on this school in the past. We aren't where we were 5 years ago when I took over. I've told you, I'd be honest with you, we were a very different place and it was a very difficult time. I took over when the school was broken, essentially, and I took on the school knowing how it was. Because I'm local and because I care so much about my children, and my children across Warrington and the community, I felt it my duty to be able to rebuild the school. I have a fantastic staff who are with me to support the vision and the values. We have come a long way on that journey. It is a journey. The journey of education and your child is never finished. So we now have alumni who have left and they've gone to university and they come back and they work with our students in year 7 because they really believe in where we were all that time. In terms of where we are in terms of staffing, you'll want to know, are all your subject teachers, subject specialists? Yes, they are. We have teachers on middle leadership programmes, senior leadership programmes. We've got 4 specialist leaders of education now who lead in their fields, and we've had 7 staff who are currently or have been senior examiners for the exam board. So when I'm saying to you, we have got a really, really good staff who are able to deliver, yes, they are, and I would not stand in front of you and say we can offer a really good education for your child bespoke if we couldn't, because that wouldn't be right, and I wouldn't be leading in the right way. In terms of us as a school, our results were the best ever. Again, it's like, how do you say they're the best? Because they were the best last year and now they're the best again. Very, very proud of my young people. Head girl got 10 9s. You can't get any higher than that in any school in the country that you go to. Alongside that, you've got a myriad of students who've achieved. We've got students in the designated provision who I'm desperately proud of, who've got ASDAN qualifications, and it's opened up, and they're now working at Walton Gardens, and they're working along with the horticulture there. That gives me goosebumps. And all those different aspects of us succeeding as a school is huge. Not just the numbers on the paper. We're not an exam factory. We get the best results out of the students that we can on the qualifications that are right for them, and that starts kind of from year 7. We are positive, we're building all the time, we're challenging all the time, even through the GCSE changes and how education systems have changed. It's really, really important. 20% of our cohort this year got 5 or more 9s into 7s. So that's an A-star start to A grade. 5 years ago, we weren't getting that A-stars to C. So you can see how the shift has changed. We can always do better, we can always improve. My staff work incredibly hard and we try and do the best we can. I know that there is press out there, I know that there are league tables, and of course you'll check league tables, and of course you'll check Ofsted reports. All I'm saying is please make a decision based on what you see, not what you hear, just like I would do on my children. It's difficult with a smaller cohort in the league tables that will come out. I had a cohort of 106 year 11s, amazing young people. 5 I never saw, ever. They count on my results, that's fine, they are my children, because without us as a school, they wouldn't have anything. We even received a letter from one parent of a young man we hadn't seen that thanked us because we went out every single day despite his fears of coming into school. So they are my children, they do count, it does skew the data, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about educating young people. So what do you get if you decide to come here? Lots and lots of opportunities and choices. You'll see lots of pictures behind me. There's some of the very many wider curriculum activities on offer. We do sport and football and rugby and trampolining. We do science clubs. We do rowing. We do lots of field trips. You'll see New York on there. The trip next year or the year after, yes, we're going to New York again on an art trip. So there's huge amounts of opportunities. We do spread payment out over a very long time because we appreciate that it's expensive, but I do it in the most cost-effective way to give our children the best experiences that they're going to get. Duke of Edinburgh is important. Student leadership body, they help me run the school. They are amazing young people, and they have a voice, and they have a voice, and they're able to effect change. In terms of us as TCAT, part of the Challenge Academy Trust, I'm excited because I helped found this. We're the only faith school in the country that's been allowed to join a non-faith MAT. How I managed to do that with 2 dioceses and the Church of England still remains a mystery, but they believed in what I was doing with young people. And for that I'm very humbled. I lead on student experience and the vision, value and ethics across, because we're a faith school, we're very, very good at that. 3 successive years of improvement, which is great. The vision and values for TCAT very much sit, well, as I helped found it, you know, we wouldn't go into a trust unless it was based on vision and values that you subscribe to. Sits alongside our mantra, which is great. Also around challenge and support, collaboration and continuing professional development is really important. In terms of collaboration, we work with Oxford University, we work with United Utilities. We have a TCAT Parliament that operates across all the TCAT schools. That's run from here by Morby oversees that. TCAT choir, students get bussed here every Wednesday and we all sing together. It's about working together, not the separate schools, it's the collaboration. Another great thing about TCAT is the investment in our school. So $500,000 has come through capital investment, which means we're getting new fencing, a new classroom built between the art corridor. Also in terms of we are now getting the tennis courts refurbished and also putting in bids for a 4G pitch, which is very exciting. So we are going places, and it's thanks to being part of an Academy Trust that we're able to do that. Now, a lot of people have asked me about transport. Please don't get excited. I do not have a double-decker that looks quite like that. I have an amazing minibus. And because we are taking from so many schools now, because everybody is welcome, we have looked at bus routes. So there is a bus route on the Fellwall, Grappan Hall end, because it delivers to Lim High School and back. So it's great because it's a free bus in terms of it doesn't cost us money to put the bus on because it was empty. And so I said, well, please can we use it? And they went, yes. Now the Orford Way, I know there's real interest. So if you are from that direction, it would have an impact on you. Please let me know. But at the minute, it would mean putting an extra bus on. That costs £120,000 just for me to pay for the bus route. So as you can imagine, I need the people on the bus to be able to pay for the route back. Please don't lose heart that I won't get it sorted because I like a challenge. And if that helps the young people, then I will try everything in my power to do so, but we are working on that at the moment. Sometimes, obviously, you've come to hear me talk about the school and I'm very proud of it. And of course I'm going to sell it to you. I love my job, I have the best job in the world with the best people and the young people matter to me. But I thought it might be nice for you just to hear from an ex-student who's now gone on to Priestley. She just got 4 A stars at A-level and an A, and she's gone to Bath and she's just won an architecture scholarship. Well, this is what she had to say.
It's a really, really nice, warm, welcoming environment. I constantly felt like every day when I came in, there was someone there to say hi to. It was like, I know it's a cliche, but it was honestly like being with family. I came into Botler being the most shy little girl you'll ever see, to being head girl and taking all these leadership roles, and the only people I can thank for that is the teachers. They're here to make sure that you progress and get the future that you want, and ultimately that's what you get after 5 years. They'll offer you sort of like outside field trips, especially in geography. We went on a lot of trips and we knew exactly what we needed to do to achieve our best with the things that we wanted to do in our future. You learn to find yourself, find your own path, you meet new friends, and then when you progress and choose your options, you get a real feeling for sort of what you want to do in your future. I wasn't just another kid that walked past. We had that connection and I knew that I could go to them. When I first came into high school, I had really high aspirations. I wanted to achieve the best that I possibly could, and the teachers could see that in my mindset when I first came in. So they challenged me and I'd meet that challenge, and then they continually push me further, like give me extra work, give me this. They'd never ever let you just meet your love, you've got to get to Optima, you've got to be pushed, I think it is the best school in Wellington. And I just think that because you will not get the community, family feeling at any other school. The amount of laughs and memories that I've made here with the teachers, they'll be with me forever.
So, lots of people have asked me in terms of how do you apply if we're the right school for you. You apply through the local authority as you would for any school, and that's on our website. I know some of you might have seen a special form that we just get you to fill that in. That won't preclude you from being offered a place, so please don't worry. I know lots of people panic about that. We've also got copies of that, and that just helps us if we become oversubscribed and we have to use certain criteria. Then we just use that as a guide, so please don't worry about it. If there's any questions, just catch me and I'll explain. So that's a real whistle-stop tour of everything we are. It's really, really important that you talk to everybody as much as you can here in school, the young people. If you want to see us in action, make a phone call, come and see us in the day. I will let you go into lessons to see what the learning is really like. That will be the typical day. Tonight everybody's just, on show, and it's really important you see the real Sir Thomas Bottler Church of England High School. Wherever you go, whatever you choose, I really wish you the very, very best of luck, and if I can help, but please remember high expectations, high aspirations, high standards, and I'm absolutely certain you will succeed. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. There are ambassadors at the back. If you would like a talk, please go and see them. Thank you very much.